Let's start with Akshay. Hello, Akshay.
Hi, Anshuman. How are you?
I'm always good, and thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having this. Actually, that it's really nice that you're doing this. Not just the summit, but also the whole program that you have.
Thank you. Thank you. So, would you like to introduce yourself? About see the thing that you are doing is very unique, and I'm sure people will get super excited to know about it, more about it. So, would you like to start? Like,
Yes. Thank you, Anshuman. And hi, all of you. Good morning. My name is Akshaya Kaure. I'm a nature and animal telepathic communicator, which means I can have two-way conversations with plants, animals, and other species, all elements of nature. And I've been doing it professionally since 2018. I'm originally a corporate trainer. I've been a communication skill consultant for the past 12 years. I have middle level management and higher level management training experience. Training them in communication skills, non-verbal communication, public speaking, and presentation skills. So to say, I've just kind of, extended my work from humans to animals and nature. And since I find it more comfortable to communicate with animals and nature, I've stuck to that now, not got back to the corporate world. That's been my journey as a communicator. And for the longest time, I just had this feeling that I want to kind of make write down my experiences as a communicator and share it with people, more so because it is such a niche what I do, that not many people know. There are so many people who are deeply connected to animals around them, be it companion animals or, so to say, pets at home, or even otherwise. In India we have such huge number of people who are nahi ye to bas only people who are gifted, या ऐसे बस वही कर सकते हैं. So my innate, like my real intention was for people to know that, hey, look, this is something that we all have and we all can do, and you don't necessarily need to spend thousands in a course, or you don't need a mentor constantly to guide you. You can just reconnect with this ability on your own, and that was my intention of writing this book. And I was already working, as Anshuman also knows, I was working on another book when I came across Anshuman's ad on Facebook, and I was like, hey, why not do it? Like 5 days, maybe. Let's see how it goes. And I had no expectations from myself, not from Anshuman, but from myself. कि मैं 5 दिन में करूँगी. So, and I knew that he knew what he's doing, but I just joined without any expectation. And I thought, ki whatever Anshuman says, I will do it. Like whether or not I'm able to publish the book, I'll just follow whatever he's saying. And I did whatever he said, and I did publish the book in 5 days. So thank you, Anshuman, for making me do it, because I don't think it's otherwise possible. I mean, I'm sure all of those people who have come here and otherwise also see your ads find it very impossible to believe that it can happen in 5 days. Much like what I do when I tell people that I talk to animals, a lot of people find it impossible. So that's my journey of writing this book called Animal Communication Made Easy. It's a small booklet, actually. It's just 70 pages long, a beginner's guide for people who want to kind of just reconnect. So the language is very conversational. I'm no author. So I've literally spoken, and that spoken language reflects in my writing as well. But when you read it, it's like me talking right now. And that is what I wanted. I wanted a reader to feel like I'm talking to them. It does have a few assignments also, so that you can do it on your own and get your validation. And it's a great kickstart to your journey as a communicator, not necessarily something that you may want to do professionally, but more in your own personal life to have a greater connect with nature and animals around us.
thank you, Akshay. And I must say, the thing you're doing, you say it right. Not a lot of people believe in it, but it's like unless you try it, you don't have a reason to not believe anything. So yes, and I'm sure people will have a lot of questions for you. They should have, they must have, and we'll open the Q and A at the end after everyone is done with their introduction, and we'll start the Q and A where people can ask you a question.
Sure, sure.
But since the Women's Day special, would you like to share something that can help other women, like the challenges they're facing? Is there a way they can
Ab-
overcome it?
Absolutely. So I first want to acknowledge the fact that I come from a very privileged place, and I have personally not gone through a lot of challenges in my life being a woman, because fortunately I have great parents, I have a supportive spouse. So in my personal life, I've never felt that, oh, I have a disadvantage because I'm a woman. If anything, I think I have had a lot of advantages because I'm a woman, right? Uh, and I do acknowledge this, that I have this privilege and I'm entitled enough to have had experienced that. But the more I interact with people around me, and since I have had a corporate background as well, and I have worked a lot in my younger days, volunteering and working with NGOs, there are very basic things that I realize women have to think about, which men may not even like realize कि ये भी सोचना पड़ता है, like कि it doesn't even, it's not even in their like purview, periphery of thought कि ये भी सोचना पड़ता है. So basic things like what time I get out, or for example, when I published this book, and this is what I faced after publishing the book, I realized that people who are on my friend list, who are not on my friend list on Facebook, whom I don't know, they're not even acquaintances, have actually come to my profile, found the link, gone and written like a horrible review for it without having bought the book or anything. And this, a lot of times, is the kind of harassment we women face, because it's not very easy to do it to a man. It's just we become a soft target for any kind of criticism, whether valid or invalid, right? So, and that's something we have to take it in our stride. And unfortunately, we cannot deny that it will continue happening for some time. So I think one thing that I would really like to tell women around is a acceptance of the fact that this is happening. I mean, we can't turn a blind eye to it and say that no, this doesn't happen and there's equality, because there isn't and there can't be. Because I personally believe, and this I learn a lot from my animals that I speak to also, whatever differences are there will always remain. You can't change biological differences that we have, right? So a man will never be a woman will never be a man, and certain capabilities that a woman has, like bearing a child, a man will not be able to do, and vice versa. So these are basic differences that we have to accept and respect. And then, owing to this acknowledgement, work with ways where we can at least respectfully accept these differences and work together as a team, and not like have these differences that, oh, because I'm a woman, I'm only going to work with women, or only going to do things, and I'm going to keep not going to include men in it, and vice versa. So acceptance, I feel, is very important. That is something that nature also tells us a lot, to accept things, because only once you accept it will you be able to change it. There has for a change to come, you need to accept that there's a problem first. And secondly, be a little shameless. आज की दुनिया में बेशरम होना लोग क्या कहेंगे of what I do, or if you have to think about लोग क्या कहेंगे, that oh, people are writing books in 55 days, then we'll never kind of break that perception and prove them wrong, right? Like, do you say that that's the I'll tell you 5 reasons to write a book, and the fifth one is to prove people wrong. So that will never happen if we are not a little shameless and we don't go beyond the boundaries that other people set for us. So I think acceptance and being shameless really helps me a lot personally.
Thanks a lot. So I completely agree. Being shameless is not a bad thing if you are in limit. I mean,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And yes, लोग क्या कहेंगे? So there is a saying like सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग, and it's actually the fact. So if you keep thinking about what people will think, I mean, what you are thinking, what are you thinking, right?
Yeah.
So let people think what they want to think, and you do what you want to do. And nothing is
Absolutely.
harms in you.
Absolutely.
You're free to do. You're a free person. So thank you a lot.
Thank you. Thank you, Anshuman.
Then we have Dr. Rima. Rima, are you around?
Yes, yes, Anshuman.
Yeah. Thank you again for joining.
Hello, am I audible? Yeah.
Yeah, you are. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Anshuman, firstly, for arranging this, for giving us this platform to reach out for our books and to create awareness. So, let me first introduce myself. I am Dr. Reema Das. I have completed my BAMS, Bachelor's in Ayurvedic Medicine and Surgery, and after that, I have done my fellowship in preventive cardiology and cardiac rehab. So, my book is a Reinvent Yourself Yoga for Cardiac Health. So my basic motive behind this book was to create awareness. As a doctor, when I practice cardiology, I had a very limited, surrounding people to whom I can create the awareness. My patients, maybe their relatives or their known people. So I was just thinking what to do because I've been associated with Indian healthcare as well as the US healthcare. So when I see the people abroad, there is way awareness. There is this annual follow-ups that the people do. But in India, forget about annual follow-ups. We don't even go to the doctor unless something comes up. And that also we first self-treat ourselves before going there. And I have commonly heard saying, if we go for annual follow-up, something will turn up. I don't understand. If you don't go, still the thing is there. It's just that you get diagnosed later and you have to go through all the agony and all the pain, which could have been avoided if it was diagnosed early with maybe few medications or some lifestyle changes. So the basic motive behind this was to create an awareness that, take care of your health. Your health should be your priority. We service our car every year. We watch a movie for 3 hours, but we don't have time for ourselves to even go for a walk or to exercise for 15 minutes or maybe 30 minutes. We just neglect our health. So there's no point. You can't enjoy your surroundings if you're not well. So the only thing, see, there are too many things. The first thing that I choose to talk about was yoga. No one is asking anyone to do a yoga for a hour or two, but at least invest 15 minutes and start doing it. Once you start, okay, so just to tell you, it won't be a overnight thing. One day you do an yoga and then you are like, no, no, there was no benefits. You have to be patient. You have to continue it, make it as a lifestyle, and maybe in a while, maybe in 2 weeks, 2 months, once you start seeing that effect, you yourself will be promoting it to your other people that I got these benefits, so maybe you should try. I have such patients who were very uh, that I don't have time, I can't start, I can't do it. And once they started, and now they are like, yeah, I can't stop doing it. It has become a daily routine for me. So the main thing or the main catch here is to start. You have to start somewhere to get that benefits. Now to talk about my book, I know there's yoga, how to do it, and everything freely available. So why this book? So the thing is, before you start doing something, the benefits that you want, you should know what will give you those benefits. There are n number of yogas, but which yoga to do to get the required benefits. For example, if you want to go to Delhi and you get a flight for Bangalore, you will never be reaching Delhi, right? So the same way, you should know if you're wanting this benefits out of yoga. So which are the yogas that you have to perform, or the step by step approach, or there are some contraindications for some things, like if you have a chronic back pain or some chronic conditions, you can't do certain kind of yoga, so you should know that. So this book is a beginner's guide for people who just want to start and they are still confused where to start from. It gives you a step by step approach as well as the contraindications and benefits of certain yogas. So the people who actually willing to do it and the people who are yet not willing to do it, please go through it and at least start. I can assure you that you will get the required benefits with some patience. If you do it maybe over a period of 2 weeks, a month, I'm sure that you will start seeing the benefits.
Thank you, Rima. Thank you, Rima. Uh, I completely agree. Like, first you have to start. Okay, unless you start, you won't reach there, right? It can be anything. It can be about yoga. You have to take the first step, and like when you go to gym, okay, and you want, let's say for example, you're a fan of Tiger Shroff, and you have a very big beer belly, and you are hitting the gym thinking that you will become, you'll get an 8 pack or 12 pack in a month or two. That's not gonna happen, right? You have to put in the effort to sweat it out, and then only we can achieve that shape. And again, there are a lot of myths around it, like is it important or not, but let's not get into that. The objective is, the point is, you should start and have patience, and then only you can reach there. And like you say, YouTube, and you can get everything on YouTube for free, right? But when I say everything, there's something called information overloading. right? So people get a lot of information that is not right, and they end up doing something wrong. Second, even if the information right, they don't take action, right? So you need something who can actually tell you what key. This is the steps you need to take, and these are steps you need to avoid. And now start taking action. And your book does exactly the same thing. So thank you for coming with such a lovely book. And this is actually people should read it. I mean, as you say, people don't mind spending 1,000 rupees in a drink or so, or dinner or something, but they don't mind. I mean, they don't spend at least 15 minutes a day on themselves, on their health. So yes, that is a concern. But since it's the Women's Week, do you have any message for women?
Okay, so there's one message that I want to give women. A woman as a daughter, maybe as a wife or as a mother, they always take care of the family, but they forget to take care about them. When it comes to them, they just the same thing people neglect, but it's more prevalent in women's. I mean, they'll just take some medicine, they'll stretch themselves to a limit when they are just not able to do things, but they won't take the first step. So I would request all the women in this women's day, take care of yourself so that you're able to take care of your family, be it your mental health, be it your physical health, be it your emotional health. Please take care.
Thank you. So even I have seen this in my friends, like in family, they don't go to doctor until something is severe, and there's a lot of reason behind that. Sometimes it's just like Akshay said, कि क्या कहेंगे लोग. Even that is one of the reason behind that. So yes, Akshay has rightly said, sometimes it's better to be shameless and think about yourself. Don't think about what people say, and take care of health. Thank you, Rima. Thanks a lot. And I can see people are saying something in chat, guys. Wait, we'll open. Yeah, we'll open the Q&A where you can talk to all these lovely women, and we can discuss about the book, the journey, the message they want to give. We can discuss everything, but let us first complete the introduction, and then we'll open the Q&A. And now we have Anubhuti again. This woman, I salute. I mean, the courage she has to write on a topic like this. I never thought I'll meet someone, especially in this workshop, who would write on a topic like this. So thank you, Anubhuti, for joining me, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Anshuman. And the fact that I was able to write was thanks to your encouragement and your support. So I'm really grateful to you.
I'm glad I could have be of any help. Thank you.
Thank you. So, hi everyone, I'm Anubhuti Ratan. I'm a people development professional. I work in learning and development with corporates. And with a friend of mine, I run a company called K2B Learning. By education, I'm a psychologist and a therapist, and I have my private practice as well. I live with my parents and my son, who's 10 years old. This book is about my journey through a bad marriage, accepting it, and then walking out of it, although I lived through it for 10 years. And while I was married, initially it hit me as a shock when I realized I was in an abusive marriage. This is in spite of the fact of my education, my background, my parents. It was a love marriage, there were common relatives involved, and yet I was in a soup, realizing I was being abused. And at that time, I needed somebody to tell me that my request and my desire for dignity and respect is not being a feminist. It is a human right, which was something that was told to me that you are a woman, you're just supposed to produce a child and earn and give money at home, and that's my job. But that's not how I grew up. That's not what I saw of the women around me. And so throughout, I stumbled and I learned to walk and I learned to run when it was time. And I wanted to capture all of that in a book where I could, in a way, it's a catharsis for me to go through the journey again, the incidents again, and get it out of my system. I love to write, so writing and poetry is my way of expressing. But my first book had to be something which is not about my pain, but about my triumph. And that's what I wanted to do. More so because there are other women. I still talk, and I talk in spite of the fact that there have been many people who've objected to my talking about it, who've taken offense, and that's okay. But there are women who don't even realize they are being abused, and there is a way out. This book hopes, or rather, I hope with this book, that it will give them a light at the end of the tunnel. Everyone has to find their own path. I cannot tell you what to do, but I can tell you what I did, which worked. And maybe from that, you can find your own solutions. So that's the journey, and that's the idea behind the book. It's not a very thick read, but it can be a little difficult because I've experienced some incidents to establish what abuse looks like. Um, but at the end of the day, if it can help even one woman, I think my hard work, Anshuman's contribution, the 10 years I spent, all the blood and all the sweat and all the tears is worth it. Um, Going forward, like a message I want to give to the women on Women's Day, please know that it's not about men versus women. It's about dignity and respect for each individual. I've seen women who are abusers. I've seen women who are abused. Neither of them is correct. When you are in a marriage, it's about respect and partnership. And if you're being abused, and you may not be a woman, but even if you're being abused, it is your right and your responsibility to stand up and put an end for it. Maybe not for you, but those who love you, your parents, your children, your friends, they deserve to see you happy. So even if you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for those who love you. You owe it to them. Thank you.
Very well said. Very well said.
Thank you.
While I was listening to you, I feel goosebumps. I can feel you. I don't have, I don't know words to explain.
Thank you.
The thing is, like, you say do it for your kids, but I would say do it for yourself. You deserve it. As a person, you deserve it. So yes, if you are facing any domestic abuse, please take help. Go for help. Ask for help. And there are lovely people around you. There are awesome people. People who love you. Then obviously they'll come up and they'll stand with you, right? So don't just take it for granted. ठीक है, हो रहा है होने दो. नहीं, you deserve a better life. Stand up and yes, get help. Thank you, Anavati. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, now we have Hanisha, and again, her journey is, I mean, every woman must have felt at one point of time or another. So, Hanisha, thanks for joining in, and would you
Yeah.
please? Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, happy Women's Day in advance. And thank you, Anshuman, for calling us in this summit and making my dream successful for, being as an author. So, basically, my name is Hanisha Verma. I'm based out from Mumbai and I'm a banker by profession and I'm also a YouTuber. On my YouTube channel, I basically cover about the technical related videos and all. And but then as a woman, I always used to. I have seen from the childhood. I have seen so many difference created between men and women. I, from my mother, from my auntie, from people, ladies around me, I've seen so many difference given to them. So I always used to have a thought: the people who around me, who speak with me, I give them an advice. I can see that there is something is not correct. I used to give them an advice, and I used to think that why there is some difference treatment is given to women. So with this thought, I always used to think, and then I thought of writing a book. So when I saw Anshuman ad, and also I thought of writing, Women's Day is also coming, so I can empower more women by sharing their experience. So women who have actually affected me. They when they used to say about their experience, there were corporate lady who's very brilliant in her work, who's very she can perform well, but then in the morning when she comes in the office and when she discuss about her domestic issue which she's facing, I thought that she's just passing. She's just hiding her talent because of the treatment given to her at home or people around her. So I have written the book called Padhi Likhi Gawar because many people say that जिन्होंने education नहीं किया है, they become a victim and they cannot, they just face the challenges, domestic issues. But there are still educated women who just they be quiet and they think that it is the life. So I wanted my friends and people, females who are actually tolerating or just thinking that it is the life, it is the tradition which is happening since long and we have to bear it. So I have just done some research about some old Indian tradition, and then I try to explain that it is not that only woman has to face all this tradition, and scientific and technical reason also I have explained in my book. So there are 10 real life stories which I have explained with the experience, and it might have, this is the phase of every woman. This is a phase of every married woman and unmarried woman. So it's a request to all of you to read my book and give your feedback over it. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Anisha. And when I read the title Padhi Likhi Gawar, I didn't knew what's there in the book. I haven't read the
हाँ,
description.
बिकॉज सोसाइटी में क्या है ना, मतलब एक वेल एजुकेटेड से अगर गलत डिसीजन लिया जाता है लाइफ में, तो उसको बोला जाता है कि उसको सेंस नहीं है. So for example, if I am not an expert in the household chores, okay, I don't know how to do it, so I would be judged like I'm well educated, why I can't do this. But then of course everything you learn with the experience. If you do something to if you learn start today, if you start doing something today, you can't be expert. It will take time, it will take time of a month, it will take time of a years. So there is a comparison which is done between educated and uneducated women. I have seen it, and that I've tried to explain through my book.
Yeah, and then I realized it after I went through the description and everything. I realized that there is a book. But one thing I like to say, I have heard this thing, Padha Likha Gawar, a lot of time. And yes, especially, okay, why don't you answer it? In today's world, like, and since it's a women's field, when somebody says you are a Padhi Likhi Gawar, what is your, I mean, you must have heard this at one point of other ki, Hanisha, you're Padhi Likhi Gawar.
Yes,
So,
yes.
how do you react or
And my
respond?
dad used to say me कि देखो कॉमन सेंस नहीं है, इतना तो है. बट देन दैट जजमेंट वो पापा बोलते हैं तो हमें नहीं लगता. बट देन जब सोसाइटी बहुत सारी चीजों से आपको जज करते ना, दैट मेक्स यू दैट education should not come. And I have also spoken about some tradition which are still applicable in well educated family. They behave like they have actually allowed to female. See, dude, you are no one to allow any rights. So this is my own right, this is my own right to dress up, to talk, and how I have to behave. So allow wala criteria to aata hi nahi hai. But then still, and then they say that we are allowing you to go to work, we are allowing you to wear the western outfit in the Mumbai metro city. So this, like, if I can wear jeans in metro city, why I can't wear in village? What is the difference? I'm not showing my body. Come on.
Yeah, I can connect with you. I can connect with you. So I stay in Mumbai, and when I come to this my native place, which is Orissa, Barapur, and when my wife, पहले पहले तो पता नहीं चला कि मतलब ऐसा कुछ हो सकता है. Then we noticed, forget this my hometown. When you go to some places outside Mumbai, right? लोग तो अजीब से देखते हैं ये क्या हो रहा है. And then we realized, okay, no, this is not cool over here. So yes, the things are there in mind, and you said allowed. Even I don't buy this point. How can somebody allow someone to do something? I mean, you're not a kid, right? So they can stop you, but they cannot allow you. So yes, thank you, Tanisha.
Thank you so much.
Now we have Sanvi, and Sanvi, when I got to know about her background, who she really is, about her grandpa and all, I was amused. I'm blessed to have her in my team, in my family. Hello, Sanvi. Thanks for joining in.
Hello everyone. So I have noted down few points so that I should not skip anything. So myself Sanvi, and coming to about myself is I'm a corporate lawyer by practice. I have a practice in Thane and I'm business consultant. Then I'm woman empowerment activist as well. I train financially weaker section women men start business and how to be financially independent. Then I'm a travel blogger as well, and I have good followers from all over the world on Instagram. Then last but not the least is I'm a proud mother of 4-year-old son, and also I'm a newspaper. Thanks to Anshuman, there is a new identity as an author, so I can finally call myself as an author, which was my dream. So thank you so much. So that is about myself. Then my family, I'm being raised by a single mother, as I lost my father when I was of 2 months. So एकदम strong woman ने मुझे बड़ा किया है, तो I'm really obliged to my mom. Am I audible?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, you are.
Okay, sorry. Then coming to my book, it's a bunch of short stories, Unbroken Dream. स्टोरी की जो मेन लीड है रिया, शी इज एन ऑर्फन and this is her journey of transformation from being an introverted child to a self-sufficient, independent, empowered woman. हर लाइफ स्टेज पे उसके मैंने स्टोरीज उसकी दी है जहां से शी कुड एक्सप्रेस हरसेल्फ कि कैसे उसने ट्रांसफॉर्म किया अपने आप को, और उसका लाइफ पर्पस उसको कैसे फाइंड आउट उसने किया. सो वो आई ट्राई टू शो इन माय बुक, because I think everyone is here with some purpose, some life purpose. लेकिन हम ऐसे बाकी चीजों में अड़क जाते हैं कि पैकेज, कॉर्पोरेट जॉब, बिजनेस, ये सब चीज में वी फॉरगेट कि हम यहाँ पे क्यों हैं. सो दैट पर्पस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो ये है, दिस इज ऑल अबाउट माय बुक अनब्रोकन ड्रीम. Then coming to challenge for modern woman, तो एक तो टाइम मैनेजमेंट प्रॉपर करना चाहिए. सिंस इफ आई गिव यू माय एग्जांपल, as I explained, I am doing so many things with a nuclear family and with a 4-year-old son. I'm lucky that my spouse is very supportive. My in-laws, they take care of my kid, so I can do these things. But I see my friends who are equally talented और उनको भी बहुत कुछ करना है लाइफ में, but they cannot do it just because who will take care of my kid, how will I do all work and all. तो वो शेल से बाहर निकलना चाहिए. जस्ट डू इट, डेयरिंग करो. थोड़ा सा मुश्किल होता है, जैसे फॉर 5 days पूरा मैं अटेंड नहीं कर पाई बिकॉज since I never give excuse कि मेरा son है, I cannot attend and all. So last day पे he came to know that I have a small son at home. So I missed few things, but thanks to Anubhuti as well, she supported me. बहुत सारे questions के भी उसने मुझे काफी help किया. So I'm thankful to her as well. अंशुमन को तो मैं मतलब I'm going to adore him. Thank you so much. एंड मतलब मैं सबको बताने वाली हूँ, राइटिंग वॉज माई पैशन. ऐसे नहीं बोल रही हूँ कि आई वॉज नेवर अ राइटर. राइटिंग वॉज माई पैशन सिंस माई चाइल्डहुड. लेकिन एक ऑथर बनना, दिस इज माई 8th टाइम जो आई कुड कंप्लीट माई बुक. आई ट्राइड दिस 7 times बिफोर. 7 अटेम्प्ट मैंने दिए हैं बुक कंप्लीट करने के लिए ऑन डिफरेंट टॉपिक्स. तो कुछ सोच नहीं रहा था क्या करूं, कैसे करूं. बट दिस टाइम आई गॉट प्रॉपर डायरेक्शन कि कैसे करना है एंड ऑल. और सब ये जो हमारे सेशन में बाकी सब जो लेडीज थी, दे ऑल आर वेरी सपोर्टिव, और सबका सुन के मैंने खुद को भी डेवलप किया. And yes, I was very introverted ज़्यादा, but I could write everything. जो भी मेरे मन में था, I could write everything. So thanks to everyone, and I hope you all would read my book and give me your feedback. Happy
We like see, you say thanks to me and Anubhuti and everyone. So yes, I completely agree. We all were there. We all will be there with you to help you, and it's like a family, right? We call it a 5 lakh family. So we all are here there, to help each other. But the thing is, you have taken the action. You put in the hard work, right? And that's the reason you could do it. So celebrate. I mean, it's your hard work that made you an author, not me or Anubhuti or no. See, no one on this planet can make you something. It's only about you, and you have made it. So, congrats. Then we have now. This girl is special. So I'll not introduce her. I'll just tell her name, and I would love if she can actually tell who is she and how she joined, and the entire journey, and obviously for the book and everything. So let me call Adhira. Adhira, you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Over to you.
Hi. Hi, I'm Adira Ritnathan, and I'm from Kerala. And my family is like little traditional, but still little forward. It's always my dream to be a filmmaker and a writer. From childhood onwards, I love films. I love stories. It was like a fantasy for me to create some stories and all. And later on, I realized that I have a writer in me. So it was by when I was in 10th, there were few of my friends who used to start writing. They were the one who gave me this idea that to write a book or a novel. So I started writing because I during my 10th class, uh, TV was cut down so that I concentrate to my studies. So for me, my entertainment was reading book, writing. That's when I started writing. And initially, I just wrote to 3 chapters, then I changed it, then I left it because I felt like I have to make it more better. And in between that, there was some struggle while choosing my course and all because my family didn't like me going to film field, and I was exactly opposite to their thoughts because I was all said that I have to do a film and that's my dream and I will go for it. So my parents were, and many people said that I was good in studies. Why you're going to take this course? Why why can't I take that? Just because I'm good in such studies, that doesn't mean that I don't want to take film as my career because that's what I love. And I preferred um, choose what I like and try it. If I fail, that's perfectly okay. But I don't want to regret just because I couldn't choose it that time. Why I gave it because of people's expectations. So that's how I took my course. And I have seen many people like my family is not supportive. So what will I choose it? How will I choose that if they're not supportive? But which I realized is that my parents were not at all supportive um for that like me choosing film career. So but now they have become supportive. It became possible just because I made a choice. I went against them, but they supported me little. But now they have changed their perspective slowly. Now they're supporting me. And I think that's the thing. Women should never um, uh, regret not because of choosing what you love. It's really important that you be selfish sometimes. Sometimes it's not the thing that what people say when you become so oriented to your career, what you like. That's perfectly okay. And coming to my book, my book's name is Their Boundless Sky, and it's a story about two different women. So initially, this story, I got it few days before I joined this challenge. It was like I had some ideas, two ideas, so I combined it, and that's how the topic became a story. And in that story, I talk about two women and about their choice and how they had to face the struggles during their journey and how both women support each other. That's about my book.
Thank you, Adira. And I'm yet to read your book, but the description that I read, it was like amazing. And one thing I loved about you is, and that's why I wanted you to explain the entire thing. A lot of people say कि ये मत सोचो कि लोग क्या कहेंगे, do what you want to do, right? Which I completely agree. But there are few people who actually promote this thing that okay, you can like uh, do what you want, you can convince people after you achieve them, right? So very few people promote this thing, and you're one of them. So that's the reason I love you for that. So good job. And finally, your book is live,
Thank
and I'm sure you'll hit the number one rank very soon. So all the best for that.
you. Thank you so much for your all support because that's the pressure which made me write it. I'm so excited.
So
I'm
I'm
very happy.
so am I. I'm super proud. And since we're talking about pride and all, let me introduce someone whose book became the bestseller, number one bestseller on Amazon, right after the day she published it. So let me invite Shamin Sheikh.
Hello, Anshuman. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining.
I am Sharmeen Sheikh. I am by profession a risk professional. So I work for a corporate. I look into the investigation part of the corporate profile. So my profession and my book is completely way different out of it. So my book is related to the harsh reality of the street life. So basically, as you understand out of the topic itself, it's about the street life, how the street life is. We all are aware, like everywhere, it's the street people staying out there. But what are we doing out of it? What are the challenges do we know of their lives? So I have tried to understand that being an observer, I have seen people around, like whenever we are walking down the streets, they are the people who are the most ignored. We don't even think for once also, who are they, what are they. So many a times it's like हमारे हम कितनी कितनी time हमारी cars लेके चलते हैं and we just shoo them off. We don't even think once what are we doing. Even they are the human beings, yeah. So basically, we should, as a human being, we should accept them in our society, give them the way out, like how they can move ahead in their lives. See, every time it's never a choice to be on a street. Of course, you and me, if given a choice to stay on a street or somewhere in a lavish house, but obviously we would choose for a lavish house, not on the street. So basically, they also are bound to certain things. So it's not about a choice, it's all about the situation, it's all about the they don't have choice majority. And coming to the basic challenges they face in their day-to-day life is earning their daily breads, which is the most important part of their life. If they don't have a bread for a day, it's very difficult for survival. Like you and me can have a daily bread as we are earning for a month. Some might be getting salary for the month. Some might be getting. Some are having businesses. So basically, we have something in hand for to secure our future. But what about them? They don't have anything. They need to earn their breads daily, and they have a family to look after. So it's not only about like they are really wanting that life, but they don't have choice to it also. But as a society, we are also not helping them to that level as we should. So my intention to write this book is to make people aware about the challenges, what challenges they face in their day-to-day lives, what challenges women face in their society, because we are all speaking about the modern woman. We are all speaking about the people working out there, but what about them? They are also working hard. They do have challenges in their life. Being a lady, it is too difficult, as we all know, but living a street life is more difficult, what I understand. They are not treated as equal as you and me are treated, and we are very much privileged to be called as a woman in such a society with so much of respect. In this forum we have lots of women who are being said like they are given the respect, but what about those women? They are not treated as a woman only. They're just if I use a word, like they are just a machine, a baby making machine, I would say, because at the end of the day there is no privacy to their life. At the end of the day they are not treated equally. At the end of the day they are not treated as a woman. And ultimately, if a woman is not treated as a woman, you cannot expect a family to grow ahead. So the entire idea behind writing this book on the street life is to understand the challenges about the equality, the education, the status in the society, the kids' future, and the opportunities which we should try to develop for them. So as an individual, you can do your bits. Ultimately, there are certain NGOs running around who do help people around. But as an individual, I feel we should also contribute to it. So that's it about my book. And Anshuman, I would like to thank you for encouraging me to go ahead with this topic.
Thank you, Sharmin, for having this book because, see, this is Women's Day, and most of the time we see people telling women to do something to empower them to get out of the shadow and everything. But one thing a lot of people miss is okay, we as a community, as human being, all of us, right? We have this responsibility, have this duty to work for them as well. It's not all like just tell women, okay, you're not doing anything, do something. No, even we have to come forward and help them. And the way you say, I feel sometimes I feel ashamed when I see a women on the street, like there's no privacy, there's no hygiene, and I can't do anything for them. I'm not doing anything. It's not like I cannot do anything for them. I'm not doing anything for them, and I feel ashamed. But it's not like there's no point feeling ashamed if I'm not doing anything. So yes, it's our responsibility to do something for them. And thanks for our discussion yesterday. I've started something, and I will share that later. Not it's not the right place to share those things, but yes. So I have started taking action, and I would request everyone who's here in this room or who will be watching the recording, please take action. Don't feel bad. It's okay.
Yes, that's important to take action.
Right. So thank you, Sharmin.
Thank you so much, Anshuman, for having me.
Then we have okay. Now our next guest, next speaker, is full of energy, full of life. So let me welcome Ms. Sheetal Vichai.
Hi everyone. Am I audible?
Yep.
Yeah. Hello everyone. Thank you so much, Anshuman, for that. And I do professionally. I am a trainer and speaker. I am into subconscious mind coaching. Just a moment. Something is wrong. Taking it. I can't see you people. Then I can't speak. I'm so sorry for that. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Sheetal Vijay, and I'm into training and coaching of subconscious mind. I am founder director of company Charisma Mind Worldwide, which is located in Bangalore, India. And I have been in a great roller coaster since past decade, since I entered into mind coachings and trainings. So let me share what the book is all about. Because every time when people ask me like, Sheetal, what do you do? And I used to always tell them that this is possible, that is possible. And people always had like, is it really possible? So what I felt is there are a lot of myths around subconscious mind. There are a lot of myths around how actually the manifestation works. Because what happens is law of attraction is not enough. Usually when you see the movie Secret also, there is a secret behind the secret. Okay, so what I felt is let me be responsible enough and let me educate at least few who come to me. And that is how the journey started. So the book, what I've written is all about that subconscious mind, what actually is subconscious mind. And then what you need to understand is what is in you, what is around you, and what is the surrounding, and how can you encash everything part of it. So when I say powerful warrior, everyone was like, why powerful? Why warrior, Sheetal? It is like, it should be like a peaceful monk. Why are you saying warrior? But then what I said was, if a person is not physically fit, they can't perform. So I felt that people should know that they should give importance to the physical level alignment, and without physical level, nothing exists. But then what happens is only if you look at people working out, that's also not enough. Then what else? Now, as we have heard about other speakers being sharing about people, ladies and other issues, what I come across is people are not emotionally strong. When I say we are not taught to be emotionally strong. So what I did was I created a program, a smaller one, in such a manner that if a person implements the program, they can be emotionally strong. Like they will not be affected by negative comments. They will not be affected by past hurts. None of the past hurts that are haunting them will haunt them anymore after the session. I can write it and give. I'm so confident that I always say, if it doesn't work, I'll stop working. I'm that confident. So it is like you need to be emotionally stable. You need to be intellectually aligned. So for example, my age is 39 now. So I'm not going to say that my age is 39. It is 39 plus 9 months of my mother's womb. So whatever my mother went through, good or bad, is in me. So if my mother would have been depressed, the depression traits will be in me. If my mother was intelligent, the intelligent traits will be in me. If she was spiritual, the spiritual traits are in me. And that is the reason the importance and significance of how to take care of a pregnant lady. Because if she is happy, the next generation is going to be happy and healthy. Pairing. And I'm so sorry for this. 1 minute. Power off. So when it comes to physical, emotional, intellectual alignment, there's something called as energy level alignment also. So people are unaware that energy level alignment hardly needs 5 or 10 minutes. It doesn't need to be a healer. It doesn't need to be practicing like 60 to 90 minutes a day. Hardly 5-10 minutes is enough. Then comes your energy level alignment के बाद आता है conscious level alignment. Now you want to achieve some big dreams. Now without action, nothing is possible. The way now even Anshuman said, without action, you can't expect results. So conscious level, now if I say I want to be a trainer and speaker, when I initially said, I was very scared. I was an introvert. मेरी तरह डरपोक इंसान आपको कहीं नहीं मिल सकता था and I used to always sit quiet. If anyone asked me to speak, I used to always sit quiet, just observe. But then if I'm speaking so much in front of so many people and I have trained and coached people to speak, come out of their fears, anger, emotion, and fixing anger is like this. It hardly takes 1 hour. 1 hour is enough to sort all the issues related to anger and it will not come back. गुस्सा आ गया ना अगला सेशन फ्री काइंड ऑफ वेरी सो व्हाट आई फेल्ट वाज इमोशनल हो गया एंगर हो गया देन इट्स लाइक स्पिरिचुअल लेवल अलाइनमेंट इट्स लाइक अ वेरी बेसिक लेवल जिसकी अलाइनमेंट होनी चाहिए spiritual level alignment is like if there is land and if it is rigid you can't sow anything there, it has to be opened. And what I realized is none of the people are addressing the issue as whole. They are only fixing it in bits and bits. So what I did was everyone needs to know कि उनमें power है. You have power in you. You just need to know how to unlock it. Okay. So Powerful Warrior is just an introduction to what is possible with Powerful Warrior. I have also given some tips, simple tips, digestible tips for the reader, such that if they read the book and if they implement whatever is being taught there, at least to a greater extent, their life will be better. But then my intent to write this book was purely to invite them for my real program, Powerful Warrior, which I take it online. And many people have taken it across the globe and they are benefiting with it. So this is all about my book. And why I wanted to write is already been covered, because it's only that people aren't aware कि आप चलते फिरते supercomputer हो. You are God. There is essence of God in you. If it is in me, if I can be this, you can do whatever you want. So I have been living life on my terms, and I always have a desire and a wish that everyone lives life on their terms, irrespective of their gender, irrespective of their nationality, irrespective of their religion. If you want something, you have it in you to achieve it. Just learn to use it. It's like Aladdin ka jinn hum sab mein hai. Just know how to rub it and like continue asking your unlimited wishes. That's what I felt. And my message to everyone, see, I can't be gender specific. I'm really sorry. Yes, I'm a woman, but I have lovely men in my life, and I have wonderful ladies in my life as well. I'm being blessed. The only thing message if I have to give to everyone will be one simple thing. You are not going to get this life back ever again. एक ही बार मिलेगी जिंदगी, एक ही बार मिली है. You can't become young again. You are here in this moment. Live the life full on. It's not like live the life king size, live the life queen size, live the life prince size, live the life princess size. It's like live the life on your terms. And I would rather request you all to just ask one question whenever someone says something negative. According to whom? This according to whom is going to help you understand that that limitation is someone else's perspective. जरूरी नहीं है कि वो आपका रहे. Now with this book also, like I wanted to write it. I wanted to write a big encyclopedia kind of book, but I didn't do that. It is a very small, tiny book, but it will add value to your life for sure. It will help people in need. Please do recommend this book. Read this book as well, because there is a surprise gift. I have not told anyone. It is in the book. Just read to unlock it. Stay happy, stay healthy.
Thank you, Sheetal. Thanks a lot. And I loved it. According to whom? I remember when Jack Ma was, supposed to start Alibaba. He had a meeting with a few people, and he presented this idea, and none of them agreed to it, and all of them said it won't work, and he did it. Right? अगर वो तभी सुनते हैं कि बाकी लोग क्या कह रहे हैं, वो नहीं करते. And so basically, it's like there is a saying, you become what you think you are, and that is true. And yesterday I was having a word with Shami, and she said a wonderful thing. She said, जिद होनी चाहिए.
Yeah.
जिद है, then you can do anything. So it's like, if I can do something, even you can do the same thing, or you might do it better in a better way. बस जिद होनी चाहिए, and yes, nothing is.
Everyone is unique, Anshuman, and it's like be happy to be you, यार.
Yeah. So
दूसरों को जो सुनना है, मतलब सोचना है वो सोचने दो. And I was being blessed and lucky that at the age of 15 itself I understood this, because when I was standing for election in my school, and they were like, Sheetal, when you become leader, don't change, okay? You be as you are. You are very nice. Be like this only. And when I stood for elections, I won and I became the sports leader. The same girl says me कि शीतल वो तेरे में ना वो leadership वाला दिखता नहीं है. In leadership, it's like you don't look like a leader, you don't behave like a leader. I said, why? You only said that don't change, don't show attitude when you become leader. And when I listened to her and I didn't show attitude when I became a leader, she was the same person who said, there are, you don't behave like a leader. So I was blessed, and I'm really thankful to my teachers, mentors, all the trainers who shaped my life. Because at a very young age I understood कि आप ऐसे भी करो या वैसे भी करो, people are going to speak, you be listen to them, you don't listen to them, they are going to speak. So it is your life and live it your way and be happy.
कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे लोगों का गाना भी
Yeah, yeah, no.
okay.
Very true.
Now you guys must have understood why I it was like she's full of life and
No,
full
I
of
can't stop otherwise because the time is very restricted. I have to stay. Means I'm a excellence accelerator and happiness coach. तो happiness के लिए कोई पैसा नहीं देता है. To be very straight, if I say be transformative, they will not come. So I focus on what people want. तो ठीक है, आपको performance चाहिए? Okay, I'll give you performance. You are stuck somewhere? Okay, I'll remove it. What else? So that is how I indirectly make people happy. Ultimately, goals तो छोटी मोटी बात है. खुश रहना बड़ी बात है.
right. And people are asking like where can you get the books? We'll share that though all the links over here. Also, I'll share some link where you can get access to all the books that are published in this challenge. So yeah, we'll come to that. And next we have Sanika. Sanika, are you there? Yes, Sanika Thakur. I can't see you. Maybe some issue at her end. We'll come to her later.
Hello, Anshuman.
Okay, you're there. Hey, Sanika.
Hello.
Thanks for joining in.
Yeah, can you give me 5 minutes? I'll be joining
Sure.
on the road. Yeah.
Yeah, I assume the same thing.
Thank you
Maybe
so much.
we'll come to you later. Then we have a wonderful woman. I will call her a Wonder Woman because she has a kid. I mean, or not even toddler, I guess. And still, she was there attending all the live session for all the 5 days live with her kid on a lap, and she managed to finish her book on time. So let's welcome Miss Priyanka.
Hi, Anshuman. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining, Priyanka.
Hello, happy hearts and smiling faces. Good afternoon, everyone. Guys, I'm Priyanka Gupta, a life coach and persona design soul baby. Thank you, Anshuman, for believing in us. All the credit, like I recently published my first book with the title, Are You Happy? And credit goes to you, Anshuman, because really you believed in us that we can do it. And besides, like you acknowledged the true potential inside us. Like besides having all the other commitments with our family, friends, and everyone, like we will be able to complete it in 5 days and we will be able to publish it. That's so, that's so grateful. And guys, about the book, see, we all are chasing happiness for our whole life. Okay. And at some point we reach there, we feel happy. But what happens is like we lose it somewhere. We do not keep it for a very long period of time. And after reaching that state of happiness, we lose it very soon because we do not know how to handle that, how to sustain that in a long term. And there are some people who are not able to reach that state because of some issues, because they are searching somewhere else, that happiness, they are searching somewhere else, and it is lost somewhere else. So I have discussed all the, the unique blend of scientific plus personal plus emotional techniques to reach happiness and to sustain that for a permanent period of time, and that too unconditionally. Guys, we are living where, in a world where social networking has become an integral part of our life. Who is commenting, what they are commenting on our post, what they are liking, responses, everything. Like our mood, our belief system, our thought process, our state of mind, it is getting fluctuated so frequently that we are not able to recognize where, like, we are happy, we are sad, how, and this cycle goes forever. We reach happiness, somebody disturbs it by hetero suggestions, auto suggestions, external factors, materialism, and we are again standing on the road of loneliness and unhappy. So I have discussed in the book, like, if you are not able to achieve happiness, how you can achieve that, because all the power, like Sheetal said, all the powers is inside you only. You are actually having a that Aladdin ka chirag, or I should say, like, it's your subconscious mind that can make everything happen. You are lacking courage, courage will be all yours. You are lacking motivation, motivation is all yours. You are lacking happiness, happiness is all yours. You are waiting, okay, I will get successful and then I will feel happy. Guys, success does not attract happiness, happiness attracts success, and this is so true. And on this special occasion of Women's Day, I'd like to give a message to all the women around the world. Ladies, God has blessed us with this capability, with this fortune, and I can say this potential. When it comes to women empowerment, we blame the society, we blame the men around us that they are not letting us come forward. Okay, it's not true completely. As a woman, what we are doing for the women, we should also think that. I have seen women holding back their daughters, their daughter-in-laws, their sisters, their sister-in-laws. And it's not about family only, our neighbors, our relatives, our acquaintances, I have seen many such examples where a true potential gets lost just because of encouragement, lack of encouragement, just because lack of the support from the family. I do not want any true potential or the courage or the motivation to get lost again. So dear women, come forward, let's come forward and help all the women around the world. Like we just heard about on the street, women are just helpless. They are, women empowerment is not only about the women not getting jobs, not getting employment, not getting successful, or not getting this and that. Even if you can a difference in one woman's life, feel yes, you are a contributor to the women empowerment in this world. So happy Women's Day in advance, and thank you, Anshuman. Thanks a lot for this opportunity to share my views.
Thanks a lot for joining us. And one thing I would like to say over here, बचपन में एक स्टोरी सुना था मैंने. There was a hidden kind of animal जिसके नाभि में से कुछ खुशबू आती है. I don't remember exactly what the animal is. And वो पूरे जंगल में ढूंढती रहती है कि स्मेल कहाँ से आ रहा है, फ्रेगनेंस कहाँ से आ रहा है. एंड उसे कभी नहीं मिलता है वो चीज़. एंड द सेम थिंग इज देयर, I can connect with happiness. So it's within us. And हम बाहर ढूंढते रहते हैं कि हैप्पीनेस कहाँ मिलेगा, बट इट्स विद इन अस. वी हैव टू लुक इनसाइड अस, एंड यू हैव mentioned that in your book. So thank you for it. And one thing I would like to, I can't wait for the Q&A. I should ask you this question. How old are you, baby?
2 months.
2 months. So how was the experience? How did you manage? I knew हमेशा वो आपके लैब में होता था almost all the time. How did you manage it? For sure.
I felt it like he is giving me courage. He is giving me the motivation that yes, I can do it now. Earlier, I was just fine, a lady, a girl, a woman. Now I'm a mother. I owned that power. Every lady is a Durga Ma inside them. There are many hands. We say now, like we have 2 hands. No, every woman is packing the lunch for their kids. They are making their family happy. They are doing all the household work. They are professionals also. So they are working. We all are Ma Durga. Just it is within us, like we have to acknowledge, we have to understand that yes, we can do it. No situation can stop us from anything. And about my son, I believe that he truly motivated me to do it. Now it's the right time I have to do. In my lab, it was kind of a feeling God is blessing me with his vibrations, energy. So it was a different experience altogether. I might be writing all other books also. Maybe he will reach some age of 1 or 2, but now the experience of having him in my lab and just to think about him, I used to look upon him, and I don't know what happened, what used to happen. I just got the energy and I continued doing that book. So it was a very beautiful experience, Anshuman.
I just love that. So a lot of women they come with excuses or they say, I don't know whether excuse is the right word or not, but they say, listen, I have to leave it at home, so I cannot work and all, right? And you have a 2 months old kid on your lap and you did it. So you basically and you're saying उससे आपको एनर्जी मिलती थी. So it's like जो difficulty से you convert that into your advantage. So hats off to you.
Yes. Thank you, Anshuman.
And now we have a teacher, uh, Deepika. Why don't you only introduce yourself?
So, hello everyone. Thank you so much, Anshuman, for inviting me second time.
Thanks for telling me
So,
again. It's always, I mean, good to see you, and I feel blessed to have you on in this family.
yeah. No, I am blessed to have you like mentors like you who teach us so well to grow in our life. And now I start my introduction with the message to each and every woman that we are the creator of our own life. We just have to take the responsibility of ourselves that yes, we can do this, we can do anything in our life. So the book I wrote is One Blessed Decision, is the book about myself, that how different problems came in my life and how I faced them with the potential and by changing myself, not by changing others in my life, not by changing people around me. Nothing has changed. Each and everyone in my life are same. Just I changed myself to be with them, to how I manage myself, to make myself more positive uh, with them. So this is all about myself, and by I started my book with the fear of studies and how I faced the fear in my life of the studies, what challenges I faced in my childhood, and how I grew up with like facing problem in studies, and now I'm a teacher. So it's a huge, like a huge achievement for me getting this. So it's all about yourself, it's all about changing myself. It's nothing to do with what people will think, what society will say, what my parents will say, what my family will say, what my in-laws will say. No, I'm just changing myself and I'm happy with myself, and I'm just experimenting new things with myself, that yeah, how I can be with them, because they are not going to change. We can't change anyone. We have just the power to change ourselves, and this is the best way to live our life to fullest. This is all what can I say on this Women's Day, that we all have the potential, as everyone said here. I was listening, Sheetal ma'am, Priyanka, everyone is saying the same thing, that we are only the creator of our life. We can do anything, we can achieve anything in our life. We just have to believe in ourselves that yes, we can do this. So there are many things in my book related to like how we can improve ourselves, what things I have done in my life to be a better version of myself, and how everything worked for me, and now everything is fine, fit, and happy. And the most important. So yeah, that's all I can say.
Thank you, Deepika. And we all are blessed to have you in this family. I mean, your journey that you have shared before. So people who don't know you, you can just go to my Facebook page and you can see I have interviewed her in I think last week. So you can watch the interview and you can get to know a lot of things. This is a very inspiring moment. So thanks a lot. And I think we have we'll come back to Sanika now. But before that, I would like to say something to you guys. So since last couple of years, maybe a decade or something, we are hearing this word feminism a lot, right? And honestly, if you ask me, I would say that's fake feminism. That's not the actual feminism. The actual feminism is what we are seeing here. These wonderful women who are encouraging themselves, other women. It's not like okay, जो फेमिनिज्म अभी टीवी पे दिख रहा है आपको, मोस्ट ऑफ देम आर लाइक अगर लड़के कुछ गलत कर रहे हैं तो लड़कियों को भी वही गलती करने का हक मिलना चाहिए. आई मीन दैट इज बुलशिट. दैट इज नॉट फेमिनिज्म. फेमिनिज्म इज लाइक अगर कोई राइट्स, कोई हक लड़कों के पास है, कुछ अपॉर्चुनिटी लड़कों को मिल रही है, वो अपॉर्चुनिटी लड़कियों को भी मिलना चाहिए. दैट इज फेमिनिज्म. नॉट लाइक कोई लड़का गलती कर रहा है तो सेम गलती लड़कियों को भी करने को. आई मीन नो. A live example of what feminism is. So, for coming in and sharing your views. And before we start the Q&A, let me check if Sanika is there. Sanika, are you there? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
Anshuman, I'm there. I'm there.
And
I'm sorry. Actually, I was riding a bike. That's why I got late.
no problem. Now,
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah, thank you very much, Anshuman. First of all, to you that you inspired me to write a book, and my book name is Why Quality Matters. So just now, everyone was telling about their lives, and everyone should be happy, and they should live accordingly. Like yes, what people will say, live it. Like you just live your life happily. So that everything comes in that quality word, and I've explained it. I've just explained, and I've totally my story. And same as Deepika, like I've just done improvement in myself, and I'm just I've just started my life. So that's what. And the first moment was my life coaching certification. After that, I got to know about Anshuman, and I wrote the book called The Quality Matters. And I really believe that if every person is working with whatever the qualities they have, qualities they have to find out, really have to work hard to find out that qualities into you. So you have to really find out the qualities into you, and then you have to just move your life. And that's what the key to success as per me. Of course. And yes, as per my profession is concerned, I'm a counselor. I'm a student counselor, educational counselor. I've seen many of the students, those who are really suffering into their careers and actual life, because they don't get the guidance, and really their parents are not educated, and that they are not getting help from them. And that's why my mission is to help a number of students to actually get success into their life. And that's why I've written many of the things to make them understand that how the quality life should be, and how you have to go move throughout your life. So that quality words explains everything, and it's about me. I am really blessed that I've got such a team, and of course, Anshuman, you have just given me that courage to write that book. And of course, I'll most of all I'll thanks my son, because my son Arya has helped me a lot, because almost we were whole night working on that part, and I was the last person to publish my book on Kindle. But then yes, finally we did it, and yes, I'm just getting the edited version again, and then I'll just market it again, or I'll just give that process. I'll ask Anshuman, because I really want to publish it, and I want to make it a bestseller, because of my codes into me that yes, I cannot do it. What people will say, it was there, but now in this 1 month, like every month. And my message for Women's Day is yes, women have that just all of you this easily. So automatically you'll find the way to do it. That's my message for that.
Thank you,
Thank
Hanika.
you so much, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you, Sanika. Thank you. And somebody said quality matters in this. Yes. Yes.
Right.
Okay. Now we'll open the Q&As, guys. Authors, and most of them are bestsellers. And yes, somebody wanted the links. So here I am sharing the link. I've shared a link in the chat. Over here, you can join this WhatsApp group, and we are going to share uh, all the links of this book, all the books. So yes, you can join over there, and I will share all the links. And yes, now it's all yours. You can ask anything to anyone, and you just need to unmute yourself and ask a query.
Hello.
Hey, Vishnu.
Yeah, so my question to Anubhuti is that, yeah, the city ladies and they have to be, financially freedom. So they can have, if they will be not able to adjustment with their husband, so they can easily leave that. But what exactly happened in the village? Because I recently go through my village and I really feel that kind of feeling also. Like many ladies will be gonna abuse in their, and they really don't want to be a live with that person. They don't like mostly the arranged marriage in there, but yeah. So what they should have to be do? Is that any step, like not any step, but yeah, is that anything they should have to be followed to do to come out from that, please?
Vishnu, coming this from you means a lot. You are just 18 years old and you came up with this question. That means अभी का जो generation है, men in this generation are sensible. So thank you, Vishnu. Yeah, Anurti, over to you.
Thank you for asking that question, Vishnu. And it's not just an interesting question coming from an 18-year-old, but this is one of the major reasons why women continue to stay with their abuser. So financial independence, in my view, is something. If even if you are in a happy marriage, it still gives you enough freedom to do something on your own, and it helps you in your self-esteem. All women, even if you're not educated, can do something that can help you build your own life. Ajkal, if you see, there are people who are making achars and they are making, they are stitching, they are doing things. In the rural women, especially, the handicraft is very prevalent and they're very good at it. So it's not that you need to be at a certain level. As a matter of fact, in spite of my education and the fact that I was a career person and I worked for majority of my life, when I stepped out, I was jobless. I couldn't work while I was married at the end, and I had to restart my career. So, irrespective of whether you are an urban person or in the rural, whether you have a career or you've been a housewife through your life, the fact is, when you have to survive, when you jump in the pool, you swim and you find whatever you can to swim with. So use whatever is your strength. For me, my trainings and my content development was my strength. For somebody else, it could be something else. Like I said, achar making hai, teaching hai. There is a whole Pandora box that you can cater to. And everybody can start working and becoming independent. Can't do anything, I'll become an Uber driver. The point is, I have to survive, right? So when you're stepping out, do not think of big goals. Keep your feet firmly on the ground and ensure that you're able to generate enough income to survive. Baki sab hota rahega, aega. But at that time, it is about survival. I hope I've answered your question, Vishnu.
Yeah, of course. I think it's so
Thank
deep
you.
so now. And thank you so much for that. Like, yeah, now I understand that you should have to be a try it and thing will be gonna happen. And yeah, and the second questions I have with Priyanka. Yeah. Are you happy? Like your book name. So So I just want to know that the last time when you think that you are not happy, what kind of feeling in that period of time?
Thank you, Vishnu. Thank you for letting me explain that. I no in my childhood, I was so confused. Like I was having everything, okay, but I could not feel happy somehow. I thought, okay, it happens to everybody. So what? After growing up, I will achieve money. I'll get money. I'll achieve success. I'll make friends. I'll make something, and it will make me happy. So I just followed that path. And after reaching that path, I found like still I'm not happy. And I have success. I have money. I have friends. I have everyone with me, but I am not feeling happy. And that point of time, like the last time I was unhappy because I was not able to figure it out because of what reason I'm feeling unhappy. And I searched it. I did a lot of research over this. I did a lot of a lot of processes I went through, a lot of paths I covered to understand the true happiness. And the true happiness, after all the researches I found, okay, it is not linked to any external factor. It is not linked to ki nahi, when I will have a nice looking car, then only I will be happy. If I have a nice looking car, if I have some very expensive car, it will not give me happiness. It will only give me comfort. Its technology will give me comfort only. And that feeling that, okay, I am feeling comfortable. I have the car which I wanted. That feeling will make me happy. So it's all about our state of mind. It's all about our belief system that makes us happy. Sometimes we get happy, and what happens, like if I'm wearing a beautiful dress to the wedding, okay, and I'm getting 10 compliments, wow Priyanka, you're looking so pretty. 11th person tells me, no, this color is not, it doesn't suit you. You should not have wore this to this occasion. My happiness is all gone. All the money I spent on the dress, all the time I took put makeup and all, it all went, it is gone. Why? Because we are prone to auto suggestions, hetero suggestions, all these vibrations, energy around us. And we are living in a society. We have we have a lot of friends, we have family. Obviously we listen to them, obviously we will listen to them. But what is the core truth of happiness is that up to what extent we have to invite that thought inside us, up to what extent we have to so indulge in that thing, like, okay, we have lost we do not believe in ourselves, we have lost confidence, we have lost motivation, we have lost courage. Somebody has a remote of our lives and they are changing it. They are changing their favorite channels to just watch in our system. And that's what I'm telling. True happiness does not come from working on the surface, wearing nice clothes, having a good celebration, having a nice house and car. People often misunderstand this thing, that they will have luxury, then they will be happy. If they will have a beautiful relationship, they will be happy. If they will become successful, they will become happy. But somehow still they feel unhappy because they lack that true path. And that's about the book is, if you will read it, you will find it so amazing that, okay, I can achieve happiness even after having these things, and even without having these things. Happiness does not have anything to do with these things.
And that's, I think your book is so amazing. And I think there one particular thing I just also have, we have to talk later, is like think before you think. So that part
Yeah.
also so amazing. I just
Right,
want to
because
say,
we create, I have also mentioned the power of our subconscious mind in that book. So what happens is, what thoughts we generate, our mind has so many parts, but majority of them are conscious mind and subconscious mind. Conscious mind is the captain of the ship. Whatever thought we will think, na hame kisi ne bola, अरे यार, you are not courageous, you are not strong, you cannot do it, हम तुरंत उसके बारे में सोचने लगेंगे. And as soon as our conscious mind will start thinking about that thing, now it will be perceived by subconscious mind as an order कि अच्छा, अब I have to make her unhappy, I have to make her courageless, I have to make her weak. So think before you think, because whatever you will think, it will send a direct order to your subconscious mind to make it happen.
I got two queries. I'll not take the name because they've sent me the messages in private. One of the message was, can I actually write my book in 5 days? See, I don't think I need to answer this question because we have seen 15 people who have written their book in 5 days, right? So, I mean, उससे ज़्यादा proof मेरे पास कुछ है नहीं. But yes, again, I must say this was not easy, right? So, writing a book in 5 days was not at all easy. You have to put in all the hard work and you have to follow the strategy. So, only hard work, it doesn't work. तभी मेहनत करते हैं. Only strategies, again, it doesn't work because unless you take action, you cannot pursue anything. So, yes, if you put in the hard work and follow the strategies, you can obviously complete a book in 5 days. And the second question was, okay, 199 is too high. It's just a 5 day challenge, and people are offering it for 199. Okay, can I request the authors to answer this question?
I would like to answer that. During these 5 days, there have been 2 days when Anshuman was online with us the whole night. The entire night. We were working, but Anshuman was also with us. So the effort and the time that Anshuman puts in, I think 199 is a very, very, very good deal. Uske upar, when your books sell, you get the royalty also, which he is not getting. So actually, a buyback offer hai.
Thanks.
I would also like to answer that, Anshuman, if you don't mind.
Yeah, please.
Anshuman's so Anshuman's system is so simple कि मुझे लगता है 5 दिन कुछ ज्यादा हो गया. एक दिन काफी है. सुबह बैठो शाम तक किताब publish करके उठोगे. It is that simple and it is really amazing. I never expected, like I never felt that writing book was so easy, and like creating something from scratch and shaping it up, just the technique work. And Anshuman's structure is wonderful. I wish he gives us the template such that we can publish our second, third, and fourth books also faster. All the best to anyone and everyone. Please go ahead. 199 is peanuts here. Seriously, peanuts for the value he adds to your life. It's too good.
Thank you, Sheetal. Okay, guys. We have still, some time left. So, anyone has any question, please feel free to ask. And you don't need to send me a person. I mean, you can. It's a family. It's a group now. You can just open up and you can just unmute yourself and you can ask it. That's okay.
Sorry, but I just don't want to take all the time. I know there's many other people. If any other have questions, then please. Then I.
That's okay, Vishnu. No problem.
Okay.
Okay. Since no one is asking anything as of now, Vishnu, if you have a question, you can ask them.
Yeah, my question to Sarmin ma'am, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, you talk. Yeah, I start reading your books, and you talk about the smile in your first, I think, preface, like when a girl smiled to you and your experience with that, and it's so powerful, and I love that also. So I just want to know that what the like, and is that anything we can do that to be more than a smile or anything? Like I also want to do that in my city. Also, there is many, like called Chuggi or all that, and many street like boys and girls in there. So what the step that I can do for that, like a person, a boy?
Yes, Vishnu, thank you for that question. I would really love to answer that. So basically, if you are willing to do something, then definitely you can do. First, the willingness needs to be there. So put that you are thinking about that I should do, or what can I do to start it. So basically, if you are thinking to help the youth, starting from the youth, if you talk about, like you help them to understand how the society works by educating them. See, basic education is more than enough for a person to understand how to go ahead in life. So if you are helping them to educate, see, these days we have many sources, many things available. If you can provide them things like we can, if they are not available online, they don't have internet facilities, like Geo is providing facilities everywhere and anywhere. So that is one thing, if they are having well and good. Otherwise, there are books available which are second handed. So you can just, as you contribute to certain things in your life, like यार ये तो मुझे पसंद है तो I can buy, ठीक है, तो उनके लिए एक छोटा सा contribution you can do, like you can provide certain books. If you have old clothes and everything, you can provide them. So these are certain small things in your daily life you can do. And if you want to take a step more ahead, you can join certain NGOs who are doing a great job in today's world. So they are there, they are helping these people on the streets on a daily basis with the food, with the basic necessities, basic education, the opportunities to work and get their bread on their own. And it's not about begging someone or asking someone. So you can be a volunteer there as well. So if you are looking forward to help certain people, definitely there are many ways. It's not only a smile, and definitely a smile is definitely an infectious thing. If you smile
Yeah,
at you smile, fun. So
I
keep
think
smiling.
okay.
Like,
Hi, this is Nilufaya. I'd just like to add to that. I'm just an audience today. I mean, I found the link in the BTF channel. So just to answer Vishnu's question, basically, in the rural sector, there's a lot of work which is being also done in the education sector by Azim Premji Foundation. So basically, their concept is teach people how to learn fishing instead of feeding them the fish, and that's how you empower them over a period of time, so they are able to self-help, and you don't have to constantly help them out. I think these are a few of the channels which you can associate yourself with and see how you can add your bit. But thank you. I would just like to thank everyone. I think it was a wonderful, empowering session. So thank you all.
thank you, Nilüfer, for joining. And yeah, you said it right. Teach people how to fish, don't provide them the fish. And I was supposed to say the same thing. So I understand most of us have a busy schedule and we don't have much time. But even if we can dedicate, let's say, for example, 30 minutes a week, and you can teach them something that we know that they don't. That will make a difference. Any skills for that matter. So thanks, Nilüfer, for adding this thing, and thanks for joining us. Yeah. Any more question? We have 8 minutes to go. We can take one last question if anyone has. And meanwhile, I'm sharing the link to the WhatsApp group where you can get all the books. And I believe some of the books are free today for a few days, uh, especially for this Women's Day. And yeah, if you want to write your book, you can join the challenge. I provided both the link. And yes, we can have one last question.
Hello.
I have a question too.
Yeah, please. I missed that. Somebody has a question, right?
Akshaya, I have a question for you.
Hi, yes.
Hi. I really loved the way you said like connecting to plants and animals, because that is what is like the extension of subconscious mind, and I really loved it. So can you just like give some basics to get like be calibrating kind of like, yes, they really meant this. How will you calibrate that?
So, like I've mentioned in the book also, right? It's an innate ability we all have, and it's my favorite saying that it's like a mother tongue. We get it from Mother Nature. It's hereditary to us. And like as a mother, she doesn't differentiate. She will not say, "I'll give it to Akshaya and I'll not give it to Anshuman and Shweta," or she's not going to say, "I'll give it to cats and dogs and plants and I won't give it to humans." She gives equally. What happens with us humans, and when I say humans, I specifically mean us urban humans and not the indigenous ones, because indigenous humans are still very much connected to their roots and they work as a part of the ecosystem and not being they don't follow the hierarchy that we urban humans will follow, right? So for us, we are at the top of the pyramid and then everybody comes below us. But the indigenous humans, you will see it's like a circle, and everybody works for each other. So with us, urban humans, most times what happens is as we grow older, with the kind of culture that we grow up and with the kind of environment that we are taught throughout our learning years and growing years to have conscious proofs and tangible proofs for everything that happens. And because telepathy as a language does not have a lot of tangibility, at least in the beginning when we start, it becomes very difficult for us to accept that this communication or this thought that is coming to me is coming telepathically, and it's not something that I'm making it up. Because what science cannot quantify, it will deny. So because telepathy is not quantifiable, our conscious mind easily denies it because we are scared to confront something that our conscious mind does not understand, right? So it's better to say nahi hota hai rather than to accept and say ho raha hai par mujhe samajh nahi aa raha hai exactly kya ho raha hai. So a great way to calibrate it is just start and accept the first thing that comes to us as an answer. And even when I say come to us, it's not going to be a eureka moment. It's never that something just आपके सामने कुछ प्रकट हो जाएगा. Nothing of that sort happens. It's very natural. It's very fluid, and it will often, in the beginning, at least, it feels very often like we are guessing or we are making things up. But these guesses or making things up or imagination is very much a reply that comes to us from these other beings vis-a-vis plants, animals, and other elements of nature.
And that was really nicely put, Akshaya, that it is like we are born with it and people are not aware of that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
one thing
And I
I
think people lose that awareness as we grow older. As children, you'll see children very, very casually and naturally speaking to ants, speaking to birds who come, speaking to plants. They'll never question it. And it's us who will tell them, kya pagalpana hai, tum kyun baat kar rahe ho, right? For them, they believe it happens because it does. It's only after the age of like 7 and 8 where we kind of consciously suppress that urge because it's not accepted by the adult society around us.
I'm very happy
what I
that
love
more.
about you is I remember when you shared this thing with me, I was very skeptical. I didn't believe that it can be possible. It is possible.
Right.
Then I read about you. Then I mean, she has been featured in a lot of newspaper. I read about those articles, and she's one of the few animal communicator in India. I think there are very few. She's one of them. And then I asked her some silly question like, I have a fear of dogs, and I was like, "Akshay, मुझे कुत्तों से डर लगता है. What can I do?" And I asked stupid questions. She was like, "Anshuman, relax. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. This is not magic. There's some techniques, tricks, and this stuff." So why I'm sharing this because she's very genuine. So you might find people who claim a lot of things and they don't deliver. They don't. Uh, so it's very easy to get trapped in such kind of thing when people commit something which is larger than life. But in case of Aksha, she's very honest and she's like, "ये होगा, ये नहीं होगा." So don't ask me. So thank you, Aksha, for opening my.
Thank you, Anshuman, for that validation. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, so it's time now. We'll wind up. I'm sharing these links for the last time. So yes, you can join the WhatsApp group to get the books, and some of the books are free. So and if you want to write a book, if you want to write a book, you can join the challenge, and I'll see you tomorrow in the workshop. Thank you. Thanks a lot, all of you, all the authors, all the audience who joined, who are interacting with the authors. I hope you had a good time, and thank you. Thank you for joining.
I had a great time with all of you. Thank you all.
Ladies,
Thank you, Anshuman, and
Sunday
thank you,
well
everyone.
spent.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
All right,
Bye.
bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care, all.
Bye.
Bye.
All the best for your book.